Most people would walk into the interview with a bunch of papers but actually miss something that's really important to them. Today, in this video, I'll show you what are all the steps that is involved in preparing your file for an interview that actually builds confidence and in a way that helps you to land a job. To make this further simple, we'll just structure this video into three simple parts. First up, what are all the important documents that are required for an interview? And second of all, how do you organize them in your interview file? And thirdly, some of the important tips that I find myself working on an interview. So without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, it's obvious. It's about the resume, but here's what most people got wrong. They're just going to apply for random 100 to 200 job with the same resume that his friend or her friend built for them. Instead, what I would suggest you is like tailor your resume according to the job profile which you're about to apply. Say for example, if you know the job profile, just add a single point like how your skills could match their company and how you could add value to them. That actually increases your credibility and increases the chances of hiring. So these are some of the tips that might work for resume. I think that's for another video. If you are really interested, let me know in the comment section what are all some of the resume hacks that we can use to land a job. I really wish you to share the free resume templates in my Instagram page. You can just check out my Instagram page, just drop me a message in DM stating resume. I'll just share you all those free templates that are available. Don't worry, that's completely free and this is not going to be any chargeable stuffs. Once your resume is done, add certificates that are most relevant to the job profile that you are applying. I highly suggest you not to add more than 2 or 3 certificates in the first place. And if you are someone who doesn't have any certificates that is relevant to the job profile, you can add some of the college club certificates that you have done in your college culturals or maybe in symposiums. This actually increases the time that you might interact with the HR. See, at the end of the day, a job is like you are selling yourself to someone. So you need some time to interact with the HR so the HR could actually understand you better. So this actually opens up the conversation with HR. In very simple terms, don't keep your answer close-ended. Instead, try to be open-ended. Once your resume and certificates are done, add government recognized documents such as PAN, Aadhaar, and if your job just involves yourself to relocating yourself to another country, add a photocopy of passport in the resume file. I highly suggest you to get yourself a file something like this. Honestly, any file would get the job done, but then if you need the same one, I have added the link in the description and you can just make use of that. After getting yourself a file, just add a resume in the first page and then in the consecutive page, just add some of the documents or certificates that are relevant to the job profile. For example, I have added my Cambridge certificate that actually shows my English proficiency towards that job, and you can add some of the certificates relevant to that. And as I just mentioned, if you don't have any certificates that are relevant to job ready, just add some college club certificates that actually shows that you have done something apart from others. Once you have just done with the certificates, just add some government recognized documents as we have just mentioned in that video. And once that part is done, some important points to note is like I would always carry myself a pen and a A4 sheet as when an interview just ask me to explain some of the topics, it might help me to draw something or maybe even explain some stuffs in front of an interviewer. So just have yourself a professional pen and an A4 sheet in the file always. Some important tips that I would like to add upon in this video. So this is like a discussion kind of thing that worked for my friends and even for me in some situations. So firstly, don't fake your resume, guys. At the end of the day, you're not being interrogated by someone. It's just a job interview. So just add the resume that you are familiar with, as they are going to ask questions from those stuff. At the end of the day, it's just a question paper. Your resume is just a question paper and you're going to get questions from those stuff. So please avoid faking it. Just do a slight background check about the company, because they would ask question like how we can just hire you, or how you would add value to our company, or why you feel that you are a best fit for our company. So in those questions or in those scenario, you will be get caught if you haven't done any background check. Keep the conversation open-ended, because whenever HR is asking you a question, please don't answer within 1 or 2 words. Keep it just open-ended, have it in a conversational manner. If you have any doubts or if you want to clarify some part of stuff, you can just feel free to use the comment section. And also, as I just mentioned, I would happy to share you the resume templates and the ChatGPT prompt. You can just text me on the Instagram. And with that being said, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.